Hi guys, welcome to our D365 Finance and Operation module-wise training series. In our previous episode, we discussed about the category hierarchy and the category hierarchy role associations, and also we discussed about the procurement categories. So in this new episode, we discuss about the attribute type and attribute. So what are they and how they use? In our D365 Finance and Operation, product and product master have some predefined field, and most of the fields are generic. The ERP is a generic product which suitable for the all type of industries, so they have generic sets of field which suitable for the product. But we may need have some certain field which for some specific industries. For example, we have hardware industry, so we need some specific field which related to the hardware industry, like brand or service type or warranty type. In order to give flexibility, from the Microsoft have the feature called product attribute, where you define the specific attribute for your product. So when you assign this attribute to your product, some different types like drop down, yes no field, kind of boolean field, date field, free text field, and so on. Based on the type of requirement, attribute type change. This attribute type we mention in the attribute type form. So once we create a different type of attribute type to the product, then we allocate this attribute type to the particular attribute and assign this attribute to the product. So after assigning this, you have industry specific field within your product. So all this process we discuss in this episode. So let's get started. First we navigate to the product information management. Okay. Inside categories and attribute, we have category hierarchy role association, which we already discussed in the previous episodes. Now we discuss about attribute types. Here we can create a multiple types of attribute. So let's we create a new attribute here. First we create as a brand H. Here we select type to text, save. I want a drop down to set, so I enable the fixed list, and here I create some brand. So now here you can see we have add some drop down fields which is visible at the time of selection. Let's say create one more field is boolean, so it is functional, so which represent the our hardware is a functional or not. So I'll select here as a boolean, save. Next again I'll create one date field. So warranty start date, here I select date and time. Next organic field, I'll create warranty end date. And last is a free text field we create. Type of industry. So here I select the text and click on save. Okay, so we have created 5 fields with the different types. So now I'll go to the attributes and create attributes with this attribute type. Now I'll create attribute fields. So first field is our brand H, and assign our attribute type. Here we have a filter, so we can filter with the begin with brand H. which is our drop down. Click on save. Here you can find a multiple option, like you can set this field as a mandatory for the product. You can hide that product. Also you can set here it's this field is searchable or not. So you can set this field as per your requirement. So I'll create all the remaining four. Okay. This one is our functional field, Boolean field. Create a date range fields. And the last is our free text. So type industry. Now our attribute type and the attribute is created. So now we need to assign this attribute to the product, but in the system you can directly go and add the attribute for the product. So we need to assign this attribute to the procurement category, which we created in our previous episode. So we can go to our category, procurement and sourcing, consignment. You can find the product category. So it's our previously created category. Here we click on our parent node. You can see here is a button, product attribute. So we click on the add button. Here you see all the available attributes. So we will select our attribute which we have created now. Okay, so click on OK. Now you can see over all the new attribute it added for the home improvement category. So whatever the product is under the home improvement, you will auto get the below all 5 fields. Same for the home appliances. You can go for the home appliances. In the product attribute you can't find any attribute which is available in the parent node, because in there is a two scenarios in here. Sometimes the parent node have some different attributes or different fields which is not required in the child categories product. So in this case we need to assign some new product attribute to the categories. So but in our scenario our child node have the same attribute as per the parent node. So we can come over here. Here is one toggle button, inherited attribute for the parent category. So we'll click on yes and save this. So you can directly take all the attributes from the parent node to their child node. Same we created for the cooler also. You can see. So all the attribute is now added. Now we go to the product and product master and check the fields are available or not. To product information, product store. Currently we have not created any new product with our category, so we assign our category to the existing item. Click on the product attribute, click on the new, we select our category new product category, click on the save, assign the parent category to them. Now I'll again go back. Here you can see under the setup we have product attributes. We click on the product attributes. Now you can see all the 5 fields are visible on the product level. So let's summarize. In this episode we discuss about the attribute type. We created attributes based on the attribute type, and in the last step we assign the attribute in the category level, and assign this category to the particular product. So that's it for this video. In the next episode we discuss about the item model group and the item group, which is very important and crucial setup. So don't forget to watch that episode. Thanks for watching.